Realize.
Good morning. This is the morning show with H2O and Dr. Butterfly, the relationship specialist. H2O is still doing something, getting something ready. But I thought we would talk about, let me get to it. They may love the person like you love a cousin or something like that, but they don't actually like the person. Which H2O finish so he can tell us what he thinks about that from a male's perspective.
Well, you know what?
Wait till you sit down. We have a guest coming on.
Bam.
And our topic had been for today is, why do people stay with somebody who they don't even like? They may love you like a cousin, but they don't actually like you. Why would you stay with a person who you don't even like? I'll say some signs that somebody don't like you is, number one, they talk to you any kind of way. What are some signs that somebody don't like you no more in a relationship, you think?
Stop sleeping together.
Well, definitely stop sleeping together.
Sleep in another room.
Well, okay. But they could be mad at you sleeping in another room. There could be something, especially with women, that they want you to say, and you're not saying it, so they sleep in another room. Or what else? I just say talking to you any kind of way. When somebody cursing at you and calling you out your name, to me, they get to the point where they don't respect you and they don't like you no more. That's what I say. Because, I mean, you know, why are they doing that? What do you say a sign of if somebody calling you out your name and talking crazy to you? Like,
lack of self-control is the first thing I'll say.
Right.
I mean,
right.
You talking to anybody any kind of way is lack of self-control, you know what I mean? Now, if somebody is doing something to a person, then that's a different story. But just you know, you calling your mate out of your name, you didn't know the mate. You should. That's just too much. That's just too toxic. Well, what are you doing? You know? Like, my thing is, like, what are you really doing? You know, calling a person out of their name.
Now, to me, when you don't set boundaries, you help people be their worst self. So one question to ask yourself is, how do I feel? How does this person help me show up? Am I a better person with this person? If I'm sitting up cursing them out all the time, that's probably not the right relationship. Because for one, I'm with someone who I don't respect. So if you cursing your partner out all the time, you don't respect them. That's number one. You have a lack of self-control and you don't respect them. They're not helping you be their best self because they're not holding you to any standards. So it's better that if you want to help someone be their best self, you hold them to high standards of how they treat you. What would you say about that?
All right. So we do have comments in here coming through.
Okay. Why would people be with someone who they don't like? That's the question. They may love you like a cousin or a friend, but they don't actually like you.
Now, Gail says yes. And then she says, so I can hear it now. I have sound now. A lack of respect. Stop communicating is how you know if one person.
They just stop talking to you.
Right, correct.
Some people do that when they avoid it. When they feel like every time they say something to you, it becomes an argument. So some people do that because that reason too. They just stop talking to you. Because I hear couples say that all the time. Well, I just try to, pretty much.
All right, twin, I got you in.
Why is that going?
Oh, because he's playing this. Oh, I got sound in your end, twin. Can you turn that down, please? We got you in. All right, perfect.
Yeah, I just have you guys on a few different meetings. So,
hey, twin.
Yeah.
I got a question. Well, can you introduce yourself? I know some people have heard from you on the show, but can you introduce yourself?
All right. Antonio Twin Harris, which is my political name. I'm a candidate for Texas, run for city council, and I actually run for the influence because I want people to get involved with politics. If you're already there, you might as well get involved until we break down that system. I'm not fond of the system, because systems works against us, not for us. I'm also a twin, part of the Zerox Twinz. I've got an identical twin brother, which is Anthony. I'm Antonio, he's Anthony. Anthony Dwayne and Antonio Dean. I'm the second born, right? But actually
You said second?
Conceived, huh?
You said the second or the?
I'm the second born,
Okay,
but first conceived.
Okay.
Yeah, but the first conceived.
How do you know that? How about the first conceived? How do you know that you're the first conceived?
Well, scientifically, twins, one pierce the egg, right? And so what happens is that the other breaks off from that, and it places that one places itself in front where they are born first. But again,
Oh, really?
so I tell people all the time, he's the twin. I'm not the twin. He's the twin.
That's funny.
So you came out first?
No, he came out first.
Oh, okay, he came out first.
I was conceived first. I'm the sperm.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm the fighter. So, well, anyways, and I'm again twin and I. We are the Zerox Twinz. We got that name from Bird. Well, Bird was a guy that we went to school with. He was a basketball player, Dunbar High School. Where we went to high school, where we have the winningest coach, which is the winningest coach in high school basketball.
Okay.
Right, Robert Hughes. Dunbar High School here in Fort Worth.
Okay.
And Twin and I, we brought rap here. I started rapping the first time I heard Rap Was the Light, which was 1979. And Twin and I have been rapping ever since. We were known for rapping and dancing, doing all kinds of stuff. We're considered the multi-talented Zerox Twinz, where we do a little bit of everything, from poetry, motivational speaking, you name it.
Oh, really? Well, why don't you give us why don't you let us hear a piece of that poetry?
A poem.
Yeah. Why don't you give us one?
Oh, wow, man. I think the only one I can think of might be a bit long, but I guess I won't say it long.
Yeah.
I wrote a poem, and it's a guy that says this poem every day. It's Masters of Motivation.
Okay.
And it's a poem that I wrote because I know people need some type of inspiration.
Okay.
And it was Master of Motivation. I'm the master of my motivation.
Okay.
Giving you a demonstration of dedication and self-determination. But first, let me do some explaining. I'm for teaching while entertaining. Speaking, reaching, sounds somewhat like rapping and preaching as your brain continue containing. The shift to uplift. Put this ride into overdrive. Think fast. Be swift. Progress. Settle for nothing less than the best. Confess. There's never time out for recess nor regress. Put on a full court press. Yes. That's the weight of the world on my shoulders. I'm bigger. I'm bolder. Commanding, standing at attention like a soldier. I can do it. Consider it done. Me against millions, I'm number one. Try to depress me, you best be beating it on down the road. I'm as precious as diamond pearls or gold, shining like a star, as bright as the sunlight. By far, that's right. But that's some of the poetry, you know.
That's right. You be ready too.
Yeah, I was just approached not too long ago. Ricky Smiley came here some 20-something years ago, and Twin and I did a poem called Free Man You Don't Understand. And what we do, we're real dramatic. In other words, we get into what we do. If you see me doing that poem I just did, man, I'm all over the place, right? I'm on both ends of the stage. I'm not one, I can't stand behind them, right?
Yeah.
It gotta be one that I gotta be able to grab it, or I gotta be able to. I usually don't use a mic because of my voice is so commanding and it's resounding. So, but we did that poem for Ricky Smiley, and what we did, man, we dressed the part, and we was dressed like slaves, and without a shirt and all that stuff. We go to family reunions, and what we do, we do our thing there. We talk about family. We explain what family is. We talk about the difference between history and heritage, and how important heritage is. And of course, Twin was a feather, and his ear.
I know this.
Yeah, I've been doing it for years, and it's a conversation piece for him to more or less talk about owning the land, us being the original people of this land. Some may consider us Indians. They say we look like, but we are the original, right? Aboriginal people of this land. So again, we extensive as far as our knowledge, and I tell people all the time that I'm as wise as a man twice my senior, and as handsome as a boy twice my junior. But yeah, so we gathered a lot of information, and the things with the dynamics of twins, we learn things twice as much and twice as fast as our peers.
Oh, really?
Being because we have we're one soul born in two bodies. Right? He learned one type of way. I learned a type of way. And we come together and we teach each other those different ways. And so we see things twice. And y'all look at us twice, but we see things twice as well. Right? And so our discernment itself, as being a twin, we'll call the evading in African in Africa or different countries of Africa, evading means the twins, right? And so the twins, we are the wisdom even beyond the elders, because we are the yin and yang, right? And notice, you know what I'm saying? He's red bull and I'm blue bull, right? And the red and blue is symbolism for your hot and your cold. Or the devil on your shoulder, the God on your shoulder, right? The yin and yang. And so it is known that somewhere in between there, you will find the right answer. Yeah. So you ask the twins, and they give you their summation, and you find that it's almost like Solomon's temple, the temple, right? This is Solomon's temple, or the soul of man, right? And so this is the mind, and you think, right, in between those two. You know what I'm saying? You're good and you're bad, or you're hot and you're cold. You know, when you go and take a shower, what you do, you find your said temperature, what makes you comfortable. Herman can't run your water. I can't, but you determine your temperature, right? And so that's the dynamics of twins. And man, listen, it's phenomenal. People ask all the time, what is it like being a twin? And I be like, I don't know what it's like not being one, so I really can't.
Like, I don't know what to compare it to, huh?
I don't know what to compare it to.
You know, having someone so close to you, because it seems like I know some twins that just stay together all the time, even though they're still adults. You know, like most siblings don't do that. Like, they still don't hang around each other when they're adults, you know?
Right. And then, again, I think that's one of the things that's most attractive about Twin and I is the fact that we continue to be around each other, with each other, and show that twinship. I don't even want to call it kinship. Show that twinship of the two. We had a young lady come up to us one day, and she just stood between us and just started crying. And I'm like, bro, what did you do to this lady? And he was like, nothing. I'm like, well, why is she crying? And she looked up at us and she said, I am just so proud and so happy to see two brothers or siblings together as long as I've been seeing you guys. And because, you know, her and her siblings they weren't together and they didn't, you know, speak and what have you. And she was just so proud to see it. And so that is one of our things. One of the dynamics of twins. And believe it or not, wow, we have met so many twins that don't even deal with each other as well.
Oh, really? Because I know some don't stay with each other like y'all stay with each other. But yeah, I do know some that get into fights and get into, like some of my clients who are twins, they get into fights, get into arguments, and all that kind of stuff. And
I think
a lot of drama.
It is said that they are looking for their own identity, and they have to. They feel as though that they have to get away to gain that.
Oh, really? Get away from the other one to do that, to be able to do that.
Wow, to get their own identity. But I mean, I think that we have our own identity. A lot of people ask, how do you tell us apart? They I got a scar or something on my eye, right? And Twin got a scar on his forehead. And believe it or not, we got those scars at the same time. In my grandmother's house when we was children, there's a ditch next to my grandmother's house, and it didn't have a fence on it. And I was riding out the tricycles or whatever, and I think we slid down the ditch and we hit our heads on the concrete.
Hit y'all head.
I didn't live a scar. But I tell people all the time, and that the
you said the other one got a feather in his ear. So if I see the other one with a feather in his ear, I know that's the other twin. You said the other one got a feather in his ear. Wear a feather in his ear.
Yes, right, exactly.
So if I see a feather in his ear, I know that's the other twin.
And you have a mustache, and the other twin does not have a mustache. That's how I can tell y'all apart.
I used to wear mine like that as well. But dealing with politics in the public and what have you. Not only that, again, I'm about influence, and one of the things I wanted to do is to make sure that our youngsters, what we call them our babies, start paying attention to us as being men. And so what I wanted to do is, because I even started growing my beard and whatever, to get the attention of being an elder or being one of wisdom, right? But of course we know the grade don't determine wisdom, right? But anyways, beyond that.
What do you do in the community as far as like the young people and things like that? Like what is?
Oh wow! Listen, Twin and I will involve in all the systems here in Fort Worth, right? We deal with the school system, the court systems, right? We deal with the political system, the politics. We deal with all the systems. You name it, we're part of it. Because we know and understand it's about dealing with the system. The systems are what got us in the position that we're in now, right? Which is not a favorable system. The system is not built and made for us. It's against us, right? And so in order for, and this is why I say I'm a registrar as well. In other words, I can register you to vote. Not only am I a candidate, and I run for the influence, right? The influence.
What does that mean? I run for the influence. What does that mean?
Because I want to be my goal in life to be the greatest influence in the world, right? In the universe. I want to be able to influence others, right? I believe that I'm such a happy spirit. I'm such a joyful spirit and happy person, right? Happy meanings you are in the euphoria of what's happening, right? So happiness don't last, right? But joy is what's on the inside. I want to be the influence. I believe that I am one, Twin and I are one that has enjoyed life, and we are happy and joyful spirits. And what we want to do is share that which is within us. And so I remember, believe it or not, my mother took the us to a concert, Jeanette, a gospel concert. And we was like close to the front row. We was babies, probably 6 or 7, I believe. And the lady that was on the stage called us to the stage, and by us being so young, we looking around and trying to figure out who she was talking to. My mom said, "Oh, she's talking to y'all," and we were so young until we was actually holding hands on our way to the front of the stage. Right there, and the lady said, "Oh my, you guys are anointed. Y'all will change the world," and all this stuff, and said different things. And so the people behind us started doing the shouting and the holiness thing, right? And at that time, Twin and I hugging each other like, what is wrong with these grown folks, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, we was anointed by, guess who it was on the stage?
Who?
Shirley Caesar.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, Evangelist Shirley Caesar.
Oh.
And I can tell you many stories about the different people that we have come in contact with, people that you would know, that you consider your celebrities, and this is why Twin and I.
Well, y'all celebrities to me. The real people who I know are celebrities to me.
Exactly. This is why we say that you are our celebrities, because we have met. I mean, we've been in the believe it or not, we have had personal conversations with people that you I mean, we wouldn't believe. And when I say personal conversations, these are people that know us, that we don't just know, but they know us. I mean, from Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5, personal conversations with Shaka Khan. Oh, wow. I can go on naming Dougie Fresh.
Because I was out there rapping. Y'all was out there with y'all talent.
Yeah, and you believe it or not, Herman, Twin and I can go to a concert, man, and believe it or not, we go to those concerts and they won't even take our tickets.
Oh,
because they think we're finna go on stage and we're part of it.
That's what's up.
They think y'all part of the show. That's funny.
Exactly. Matter of fact, we was ambassadors for the state fair this year, right?
Right. We were too, right?
Believe it or not, man, listen, we didn't have to even use our tickets, man. They don't even search and pat us down and warn us. They just let us in, right?
I just let y'all in. They're like, y'all part of the entertainment. Go ahead and entertain me.
That's what I'm talking about.
Which stage are y'all gonna be on?
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you a question, though. Let me ask you a question, Twin, because, we always, got this little relationship going on, stuff on this show. But what about, today our topic was, why would someone stay with someone when they don't even like them? I mean, they may love them as a friend or whatever like that, but they don't like them no more.
Well,
have you ever been in that situation where you was kind of something might have been over, or you dealt with somebody like that, but you kind of like still was with the person, or the person was still with you, or you watched somebody do that?
Well, let me tell you about us, right? We are loyal. Most of us are loyal people, right? We are loyal. One thing about my family is our thing is loyalty, right? And we are loyal, and we believe in loyalty over love, right? Twin and I, we always advocate, because you cannot love someone but be loyal, right?
Okay.
You can be mad, right? And love has the emotions in it, right? Loyalty is a standard. But we are so loyal as people. How often do we be on a job that we don't like? And we just continue to be there, right? Right?
Praise God. Praise God.
And so it's really sometimes it's not how you feel about that particular person. It's how you feel about that lifestyle or those around that person.
Yeah.
That becomes most important, right?
Yeah.
They become even important, more important than who you are, right?
Yeah.
Twin and I know that we're putting ourselves in a position, right, taken down. Because for me to deal with the police, for you, the police got to know who I am, right? And so we know and understand that for us to deal with the police, right, we got to deal with internal affairs. For us to deal with internal affairs, we got to deal with FBI, right? We got to deal with CIA and all those different alphabets. So again, so what we do, we put ourselves in harm's way, right? Because they don't like what we do because they are the system. They don't want us to break the system.
Right.
So for me, and I believe that all relationships, not just when we're dealing with relationships, we're not just dealing with couples. Relationships are those our cousins and our friends.
Other people too.
Right. We have a relationship with the clerk at the store. And so for us to deal with relationships, we deal with the BS that surrounds their relationships and we become complacent, right?
Yeah.
We become complacent. And so this is why we have staying power. Why did our grandparents stick together? How did they stick together? And they stay in those marriages for 50, 60, and sometimes 80. I think the longest I remember, 85 years of marriage. Right? And so it's because of who we are as people. Right?
The loyalty that we have as people.
Yes, man, listen. Well, listen. We can love each other to a fault. And so one of the things is that we have learned so much how to deal with the disenfranchisement and deal with hurt and deal with pain until we become numb to it, right? And so now, right? So now when you sit and you watch that, you guys might want to look at a movie together and one might not like it halfway through, like, oh man, this is some, the scary movies to me are like cartoons. I've never been I wasn't even a scary child, right? So I laughed at cartoons. I didn't even watch cartoons. My mom used to get mad because I used to sleep in on Saturday mornings. And she used to come and wake me up and tell me, go in there in the living room. You have one TV back then. And look at the
cartoons.
Look at TV with the rest of the children. And man, listen, I used to still have wake in there. Oh, I call it wake. I still have it now. I don't like washing my face. I'm sorry, family. But anyways, I still have wake in my eyes. And sitting up there watching TV, watching cartoons that I don't even like. Right? Yeah, and so this is why the only cartoons that I even like now, I remember, is the Flintstones and the Jetsons.
Yeah.
Because they used to come on late. They was like the last ones to be on. But that's why we continue to be in. So you'll be watching that movie, and all of a sudden you're not like it no more. But for the company and for the enjoyment of the two, they'll sit there and continue watching that movie. And this is where we are in life. Right? We learn. We got that old. Everybody got that old drunk uncle. Everybody got that old crazy homeboy. Everybody. So again, we learn to become, and we become complacent. Look at our environment. Ghettos are not because of us. Ghettos are made because of them, right? What do you mean, twin? One of the things that I know dealing with politics is the fact that they don't fix things for us, right? They let things dilapidate, and this is why we don't have our street lights don't come. We got holes in our.
They don't be fixing stuff. They don't be fixing stuff. I know one thing that if we pay taxes. One of the biggest things we pay taxes for is the police officers. And I know if you black and you need a police officer, or you need them to stand up for you, they won't. They'll look at you like, well, you better do it for yourself. Because when I used to own a barbershop, I had fired somebody, and they came back and did a whole drive-by at our shop. Shot in the shop where there was kids there and everything. And the police wouldn't do nothing. They kept asking me, they was like, are you gonna pursue charges? Oh yeah, what do you mean am I gonna pursue charges? We told them who the person was, where they was at, everything. And they told me they didn't have enough manpower to go get. I just said how they didn't even try to speak up for us. It was around COVID. But still, I'm like, if there was an all white lady, I know for a fact y'all would have had the manpower.
Oh, yeah,
but because with us, they didn't have the manpower, and I had to go get me a 9mm and go to the gun range and start being able to, being ready to protect my own self. Because, if somebody's looking for you, I mean, you better be looking for them first because they know where you at. They're just saying you don't know where they know where you at. So what are you going to do? I mean, you got to arm yourself, but why should you have to arm yourself if the police is supposed to be out here protecting? But when you black in the black community, they don't do nothing. So that same guy end up, which, that's more systems to talk about. That same guy end up killing somebody and killing the baby shortly after that. Well, there's other systems involved with that too. But I'm just saying, that whole thing where they taking all our tax money, but when we call for services, we can't get them.
Well, let me explain to you. Remember I told you about the system. The system is not for us, right? So now we are dealing with a system of the colonials. We call them the colonials, right?
Yeah.
The so-called YT people. Some laymen may call them white folk.
Yeah.
Right? And so the invasion, right? We was invaded, right? And so when they came here, they set up systems to subdue us and keep us in the slave or the so-called, I call it so-called slavery because we wasn't enslaved. We weren't slave, we were enslaved. Right? And so they enslave our minds. So these systems are not set up for you. Right? They are so much against you until if you do what you do for yourselves, they got a system that stop you from being able to do that.
Right, then you going to jail if you do something. Like if I would have did something and I was in a position where I had to defend myself, then I'm pretty sure they would have locked me up. But they wouldn't, Right.
So in other words, the system is set up to pretend that it protects you.
Yeah.
And it's set up to reprimand you for protecting yourself. In other words, like you said. So again, we gotta get in, change the system.
Yeah.
Break the system and do away with their system because it's not our system. It's not for us, it's against us. And I'm speaking of every system that you know of.
Yeah.
Every system is against you.
Yeah. Like what?
School system.
Like
right?
what?
Every system, even you said that you had your own business, right?
Yeah.
That's a system set up against you, right? Yeah. This is why you have to pay so many taxes and what have you, right? Even the tax system is against you, right?
Yeah, but I tell you how taxes, and the first thing they pay is the police, and then the police they trying to help you, trying to lock you up, but not trying to help you when you need help.
Well, let me explain to you what it is, right? So what they do, we went from so-called slavery, where we don't get paid for the work that we do, to allowing us to get paid. And what they do, they make us pay for free water, free electricity, our free food. Right? We pay for everything that's free because this is our land, which it belongs to us. They make us pay for it so that you won't have the money, right? So now you are still in the same predicament as working for free. They allow us enough money for us to party, have fun, and not pay attention to what they're doing to us. This is the whole system. Right? The whole system. Well, that's what it's about.
Right. Okay. Well, we was talking a little bit about that. Like I said, we got to talk about that. Did you take our assessment, Twin? I want you to take our toxicity assessment. Hey, did you take our assessment on there? I got an assessment on my page, that toxicity assessment.
No, you know what?
Somebody told me you might be toxic. That's one. That's what somebody said. Hey, check that Twin and see if he's toxic.
You know what?
Yeah.
According to everybody else,
Uh-huh.
you know, we're all toxic, right?
Okay.
I tell people all the time, I'm only the best version of me.
Uh-huh.
And if that may be toxic to you, then so be it, right? It's a in a sense toxic. I don't like using those type of words.
Yeah, they got to do words out here now. They got toxic. They always calling somebody a narcissist. That's a big word today. Like half of my class, they come to me, they say, with a women class, they say, he's a narcissist. I'm like, well, narcissist is a really big word. Like, just because people look, you think a person is selfish, they look out for themselves first, does not make them a narcissist. Because actually, people do look out for themselves. I mean, they shouldn't only look out for themselves, but they do need to look out for themselves. They got to take care of themselves before they take care of other people. So, that's not being a narcissist. That's just really being a smart human. But I guess they say they go too far to do that. Why would women call a man a narcissist? Because people do that a lot. That's like one of the top things.
Let me tell you. Okay, then. So.
And don't come tell us about how women don't need to be defining what men are.
That's the reason why, because now you call us narcissists.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, I didn't call it. I'm just saying that's what the ladies call it being, narcissist. But go ahead.
Well, see, I'm gonna tell you, Doctor. So one of the things is this, and this is why I do not like name calling. Right? Name means not me. Right?
Okay.
I'm looking at a chair. Right? The reason we call it a chair because that's not me. That chair is not me. So it identifies things, right? It identifies attributes, characteristics, right? It was a time where we didn't have to name things, right? Things name themselves. When we dealt with our children, we didn't name them when we found out that we were pregnant. We allowed them to name themselves. How? We let that child run around until it gave us the characteristic of what it was or who it was.
So many things. Yeah.
And that's how we would let them, and this is why we can still consider today, we still call each other nicknames.
Yeah.
Because we deal with, you know what I'm saying? This Ready Freddy or whatever.
Yeah.
We still consider, and so this is what I mean, how We deal with our heritage, not our history. Let me tell you about names. So names need not me. And anytime you name something, you separate it from who you are.
Yeah.
Right.
So when we start naming stuff, we start separating ourselves. Twin wear that feather in his ear, and they asked him what tribe he's from. And he tell them, I'm not going to tell you that. Because if I tell you what tribe I'm from, that means that you're gonna say that you're from a different tribe, but we're all the same people.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So now what name calling does, and what it does in our community, because we are so in a negative mindset, we don't use the good words or the words that inspire us, the words that uplift us, because of our community going through so much trials and tribulation. We always depict and we pull down all those negative names.
Super.
And this is why you can call us toxic. What we do, right? What we do, we hold and we grab hold to those things. I don't consider myself toxic. I am who I am. I don't consider myself a narcissist, right? I am one who stands on principles. I am one who stands on righteousness. Now, you might consider that toxic or narcissistic, but again, it's who I am and what I stand on. Now, that in turn tells me that you are the one who's toxic.
Right. Now, Twin, hold on, Twin. 1 second. So, I'm scheduled for Friday because normally my lady, she don't work on Friday, and I know you're long-winded. So that's why I'm scheduled for Friday. Now, what we're gonna do, I think we may go a little over. If that's okay with you.
Yeah, a little bit, because I gotta go to sleep. I'm gonna try to watch Power today. That's what I'm doing. And practice, I'm always practicing my dancing. So
Right, we're gonna practice.
I got me a video. I got me a salsa video. I've been
So we're gonna go a little bit over.
I've been perfecting some technique in my dance. So that's what I'm doing. Been off on the weekend, perfecting dance technique, perfecting posture, perfecting staying right under my feet, all kind of stuff. I'm always perfecting all kind of stuff as it relates to dance.
All right, now, do we have any questions in the audience? On any platform that you may be watching this on, do you have any questions in the audience for Twin, or for us, perhaps?
Hey, Rick, just say hi to all the people in the audience, at least, yeah.
All right.
Little advertisement while he's getting ready to do that. Hold on, Twin, our events.
All right, so Sunday we have a dance competition here in the DFW. It's all
Houston.
Oh, I'm not in the DFW anymore. My bad.
Right.
Hey, I'm in Houston. So we have a dance competition in Houston, Texas. It is at Legacy Bar and Venue, and it's all styles dance competition. So come and just dance and have fun. And this competition is not judged by a judge. It's judged by the crowd. So during competitions, you want to know how to win the competitions. So it's going to be really the wow factor because you got to wow the crowd.
Right.
Now, in the judge competition, when you're judged by individuals, you'll want to be up on your footwork, up with the structure of the dance. This one, come out, have fun, be yourself, put your flavor in it, and impress the crowd. Or bring your homies. Bring a lot of your homies. And then tell them to cheer for you.
Nah, we ain't gonna say that because that's what people already be worried about. I mean, to me, people know each other in Houston anyway. Right. So to me, just because people got a lot of friends there, you come there and wow the crowd, you're gonna get still gonna get the vote. But and it's all styles. And so meaning what all styles mean is that you just sign up. There's no entry fee. You pay to get in the club, of course. It's $10 in advance. We love advance purchases. $15 at the door. There's no entry fee. Just when you come in and say, hey, I want to be in a contest, we're going to sign you up. Okay. So what happens is grab bag. It's grab bag. And so the league will pull out a follower. It don't matter what dance styles. That's who's going to dance with who. If you get a swing out person the next step, hey, y'all just go out there and shine. Because really, you should still be able to dance. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, whoever's with whoever, that's who's going to dance. If somebody two-step and you step, hey, y'all just gotta, everybody has the same disadvantage. So there you go. But the main thing is excite the crowd. There you go. Excite the crowd, and you're gonna win cash money in your pocket. So
right.
Let's get it. And so what else? Wednesdays, we always be at Legacy on Wednesdays. Our next Wednesday will be Stepping.
Wednesday will be a Stepping. It'll be taught by Dr. Butterfly.
Right, and I may have some help.
We normally call it practice.
Right, we just practice with each other.
But she is the instructor that day. Then
we're gonna be practicing the get down. Well, the part of the get down, we're gonna have a little small little contest. It's just something short. I just want to see y'all footwork. That's all.
Okay, so footwork.
You don't need a partner.
Yeah, and that's free to come in on that one. Now, third Friday in Fort Worth. We
need you there, Twin. Maybe we're gonna have you do a little skit or something. Show your
third Friday in Fort Worth, we're at VFW Post 8911. We will be doing a little video shoot of my line dance song. It's posted on YouTube and on my Facebook feeds.
The H2O Flow.
The H2O Flow. And also, we're going to be doing a tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. This will take everything will be under 45 minutes to do. So it starts at 8, ends around 8:45, that portion. Then the party goes until 1 o'clock that night.
Right, and in Houston, David and H2O will be the DJ. David Joyce and H2O, they will be keeping the floor hot. The competition will not go all night, so don't be like, I don't want to see other people dance. I want to dance myself. That competition is going to be fast.
It's going to be 30 to 45 minutes. That competition will be 30 to 45 minutes.
It's just to let some people shine, give you some money, and we're going to keep the party going.
Some places some people will get up and talk for 30 to 45 minutes. We don't. We like to party, keep the dance moving, and having a fantastic time. If you have never been to one of our parties, Twin, you've been to one of our parties. How's your party? How's your party?
Yeah, you guys have fun, man. That's the thing about this dance. I think as long as it's under the umbrella of fun, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that is most important. Of course, dance itself is an expression of self. Believe it or not, I tell people all the time, don't try to make this your dance. Let it be who you are. A lot of times, they want to be sexy and they want to dance this way and that way. And I said, no, let it name you. Don't try to name it.
Yeah, but might be sexy. They are bad. I mean, they may try to be, but some people just naturally like that. Like when I would take the bachata classes, and I would, they have it's really a real sexy kind of dance. And the people be like, well, really, some people it's just in them, and some people it's not. Like, don't try to force it to be in you if it's not, but some people it's just in them. That's who they are, their personality.
Right. Yeah, and so I would ask, like, what is your favorite color? And they'll probably tell me black, blue, or whatever. And I would say, did you choose that color to be your color? And they would be like, yeah, I think so. I say, no, that color chose you.
Yeah.
Because you were attracted to that color. So in other words, let your dance. If you're sexy, it's gonna come out.
Right.
It's gonna
come out.
Right. It's gonna bleed through, and that's what I mean. A lot of times they try to, twist.
Okay.
Learn how to do the dance.
Right. They trying to get that from somebody else most of the time when they do that. They try to do like somebody else. But just let your dance be you. Understand the foundation. Understand the foundation of the dance, because I know I used to get that confused. Like, I used to just want to express myself on the floor, but it is important. The longer I've been dancing now, I do understand now, like sometimes people used to be on me. Understand the foundation first. and really like get the foundation tight, and then your own dance will come on top of that foundation. You have to have the foundation. Then after the foundation, your own style can shine. But you do have to have that foundation. Whatever dance you're doing, you have to have the foundation of that particular dance, and then your own style should shine above that. But you do gotta have that foundation, because I know I used to get that confused. Like I would be stepping or swing out even, but especially stepping, and I would be doing these flat things different, like especially if I dance by myself, and I still can because I'm dancing by myself. But I would do these salsa things that you do with your hand up, was they flicker your hand up, they flicker your hand up, and you do it behind your neck, and then people would be looking at me and saying, oh, kind of saying a little something about me doing that because it's not part of stepping, because it really is not part of the foundation, but it's part of the salsa foundation. So it's like keeping all those separate too. It's a little bit of work.
Somebody sent in stars. Thank you, Miss Berry, for sending in stars. We appreciate it.
Just understanding the differences, but understanding the foundation and then putting your own style on top of it. But what do you say about that? Because you've been dancing forever. The foundations of dance, and then learning to put your own style in the dance.
Right. Well, this is, again, I asked Sharika the other day about dance, and of course she avoided the question.
No, you answer the question. You answer the question then. You answer the question then. I got to use that.
Well, this is my thing. I believe that we all should have a foundation or a base of instruction for the dance, and that's mean all instructors. Like I believe, I don't know too much about the stepping community, but I'm quite sure they don't just let anybody willy-nilly go out and do and say and whatever. I think they're more partial to their dance and their dance style than swing out. I think swing out has become very loose in what it stands for.
Okay.
And so I believe that there should be a base of instructors. Instructors teach this dance the same. Now, once you teach the base the same, then whatever that instructor may teach on top of that is their, is what they have their privilege or their right to do so. But with anything, even when we're dealing with the Army or whatever industry, we have a base. Even our sodas, they around, right? We have the standard. And I think this dance deserves to have a standard versus us being able to teach or show or whatever without the standard. Okay. And that's the problem I see in swing out. And what happens is that without the standard, I can't dance the way I know how with certain people because they're teaching from different instructors. Right. And I have to probably wait on them. I probably have to, one of the things they might do, they might sweep, do the sweep out of turn. Right. If I didn't put you in a position to do that sweep, then you're out of turn because I have to hold you a certain way so that you don't fall. Right? And so, so now what happens is that we don't have that standard. We got it bad where they have this extra kick or this extra step that we can't afford to have that, because if you have that extra kick or that extra step, when you are going backwards, you're supposed to be going forward. And so what it does, it throws me off balance, and that may cause a problem. Someone may fall, and trust me, it will not be me.
Now, Dr. Butterfly, she went off for a minute. She'll be right back. Now, let me address that a little bit. So, Okay, next week I have a guest coming on from Los Angeles, California. She's having a dance competition there. Now, when we're out dancing, there is different forms. So, like the dance competition next week is for 1,000 or two, something like that. I'll take maybe up to 5,000, something like that. So it's called bop. So bop, some people would consider bop a form of Chicago stepping. That's what I originally thought bop was myself. Now bop is a form of all swing dancing. You have West Coast swing, you have East Coast swing, you have hand dancing, you have DFW swing, you have DFW swing out.
What's the difference in DFW swing and DFW swing out is what I want.
Okay, so DFW swing, it was something.
Cause ain't it all 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Like, what's the difference?
Even with Chicago stepping is 1, 2, 3,
what's the difference?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I know.
So the difference is the structure basics.
Chicago stepping is 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anyway, but that's how we count it. But go ahead.
Right, but I mean it's still an 8 count.
Okay.
Nevertheless, however you want,
Okay.
1, 2, 1, however you count it.
Okay.
Now the difference is the foundation structure. On my page, I created the difference between DFW swing and DFW swing out. Now, can the two people still dance together? Absolutely.
What's the difference?
On a DFW swing out, you step out on so you go 1, 2, 3, you step out, back in, and 5 and 6, you're coming back. On DFW swing, you don't step out, you step in place. In DFW swing out, there was not a thing as the reverse. But if DFW swing, there is a such thing as a reverse. It just is in West Coast swing, you have a different complex of moves as well.
Have different moves, but the dance is the West Coast swing. The thing is the dance is the dance. You may have different moves in every dance, but the dance is the dance.
Right, so you can still dance together.
Two or three different West Coast swings. Like there's 2 different salsas. One
right.
Front, but one go back.
But it's a West Coast swing and it's East Coast swing.
Yeah,
and it's a hand dancing.
Right.
So that's the same thing as DFW swing and DFW swing out. The names are just different. But can somebody that dance West Coast, can they dance with a swing out person?
Not necessarily. There's 2 different dances.
But they can because you play listen to the same music.
There's 2 different dances.
Now,
you can't do it the same. I do both, and they're not the same dance. And you cannot, because you can swing out.
Right.
That is not make you be able to West Coast swing. Now,
but they're not calling that swing out, but like we have just dance parties.
Okay, but that's not the same thing. And just because somebody can swing out, don't mean they can West Coast swing.
Absolutely.
You're a real West Coast swinger because you don't understand the push.
The passes, the passes, the
There's a difference in it.
The passes are different.
Okay, there's a difference in swing out and DFW and West Coast swing. There's a difference.
Absolutely, and there's a difference in DFW swing and DFW swing out.
Yeah,
it is a difference, right? And Jerry Tucker, he teaches DFW swing, and if you ask him, he'll say, "I don't teach DFW swing out. I teach DFW swing."
Well, you tell me. You try to explain to me what's the difference. You know the difference.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's really not a difference. It's a difference in their teaching, right?
Right.
First of all, Twin and I, we never teach that step out, where that 1, 2 step out. Okay. That within itself, again, I don't know where they came up with. I think that was primitive, and they came up with that. My mom, of course, swing out came from Fort Worth. Right? They used to call it fast dance. And so when you see the original swing out, you will see something totally different. Now,
Really? Good for original then, but I ain't no big swing out person, so I'm really, but go ahead.
Yeah, and so the count is like music. There's a measure, right? Within that measure, right, we all, right, from swing out to stepping, all the dances go within that measure. Right? Now you can put it outside that measure, but that is still on count. Yeah. Even within it. So I believe that well again, this is why you wasn't here, you probably heard me. This is why I believe that we have to have a standard when dealing with swing out. You have a standard when you're dealing with all of these dances. Also, it's not going to change their beat. They're not going to change their rhythm because they know and understand standards.
Right. You got to have a standard first. You got to have foundation first. Then you can move out.
Exactly. Right. And this is why, again, we are always trying to invent or change our what we do. And when we change names, right, we change attitudes. And when we change attitudes, we lose our. This is why we're in a predicament as people we're in now, right? This is why on my mother's birth certificate, she's considered Negro. On color, mine, I'm considered black. On my daughter's, she's African American because we continue to change and we lose, right? What is real and the authenticity of the dance. So I'm not saying that we're not supposed to be creative because that's who we are as people. But when we allow the pace or the standard to change, right?
Right.
We
The
went
actual
from the
dance.
Coke can being round to the Coke can being square. Now the Coke can can't be in the Coke machine and come out when we do, right? And so that is the problem. We go away from the standards of who we are, of the base of who we are, and we lose our heritage because we want to change things.
See, I didn't know that about swing out. I didn't know that about swing out. That it was two different. I thought it was just one dance. I ain't never know it was two different versions. But I guess
it's not versions really.
it's
It's
how
different
people teach
dances.
it. How people teach it.
It's different dances. Like West Coast is not swing out.
Oh, okay.
Right, so it's just completely different dances. But that don't mean
But you
that.
just said it wasn't a different dance. It's just two different people where people teach it.
Well, I would say dances. If you ask an instructor that teach these, they would tell you it's two different dances. Now, K9 chimed in. K9 was a DJ. What's up, K9? He's one of the swing out original. Oh, well, not original, but he's one of the teachers from the old school that taught original swing outs. And he says West Coast has crossbreed the original swing out. We all know into that hip hop dancing and made it that the DFW swing out.
Because West Coast.
Us old heads laugh at that mess. They don't know foundation. Men are just throwing the ladies around the dance floor.
Who? Who is that? Who you talking about when you say that?
A lot of men. A lot of people. When you go to classes, that's why you see.
Because West Coast is really solid in their foundation. That's not the truth.
Well, no, he's saying the new swing out now. When you go out and you look at people dancing, people that don't go to class, like a lot of this. That's why you go to classes. A ton of women and very little men. So in
the black dance, they do.
In our dance,
there's way more men than women in class.
Right. In our DFW swing out dance as well.
Right.
Some classes you may have a little even out, but majority of the fact is more women than men.
Right.
And the men are the ones that are leading this dance. So should they go to more classes? Probably so. We should probably go to more classes unless Twins been dancing forever. He could do this in his sleep. Probably had sleeps about
but
it.
But at some point, he probably had to, he probably made sure he had foundation.
Yeah, he talked for a while. Twin, you talked his dance for a while, right?
I'm a self-made dancer. I learned how to dance myself. I take class. Of course, like I told you, with the help of Twin as well, kind of telling me, hey, no, don't do that part. But anyways.
Like people tell you, don't ever do that shit again. Like that's so easy.
Well, the thing about it is again, we need structure in this community, and I believe what determines the thing is what the woman is doing. Now, she is because the man is the lead. The woman has to keep the foundation, has to keep it whatever she's doing is what dance you're doing. If she's is doing. If she's doing West Coast, that's what the man is doing.
Okay.
If she's doing stepping, that's what the man is doing. She's the standard of the dance. So in other words, as long as she's doing what is required of her or the basics of that particular dance, then it don't matter what the man is doing.
No, really, got y'all gonna be on different weight shifts and all that stuff though. If y'all not doing the same thing, I mean, at least on the foundation part. Because a woman, you can tell when a man is off too. Like you can tell when was a woman when you're dancing with him, and a man is not listening to the music, not like y'all weight shifts is off, and he's doing what you can tell. I mean, he's supposed to be. Obviously, he don't have to take. Sometimes in certain dances, the man don't have to take as many steps as the woman. Like especially in stepping, a man doesn't have to take. He doesn't have to take. He can take, but he doesn't have to take the same amount of steps as a woman. He has to account for it in the music, but he doesn't have to take it. So that's what just tripped me out with the swing out competition thing. Sometimes they were saying some people wasn't doing their triple step, the man, but like in stepping, the man does not have to always be doing all the steps. He has to count for the steps, but he doesn't have to be always doing them. So that kind of tripped me out. That's something different in the different dance styles. But a woman can definitely tell, like if you're not on the music, and if you're not, and your weight shifts is not, weight is not shifting the way that with the foundation, we can definitely tell, and it really throws you off a lot. It's hard to follow like that, when somebody's not doing it.
My point was, the woman is the standard of the dance.
We keep the timing. Is that what it is? You mean when you say that the woman keep the timing?
It's the standard. So, but the problem about that is that our women are not learning the standard of the dance because of these instructors. That's the problem.
Yeah.
These instructors are teaching the way that they dance, and they should be teaching the standard of the dance.
The basic foundation, and everybody, put your own dance in it after that. Go to class, learn the foundation. A lot of people don't want to see that, but I think that is the instructors trying to please the students, because a lot of the students, including I've been very guilty of it. They want to rush themselves. They want to rush themselves, and so they don't want to go to beginner's class when they don't even know they don't know the foundation of the dance, and they don't want to still be in beginner classes when that's really all the instructor's supposed to be teaching is you the foundation of the dance, and then you add the rest or you add a move, but you need to know the foundation. But they don't want to know the foundation because they're rushing themselves. They already want to turn. They already want to do this move. They already do this move and that move when they actually don't understand the foundation of the dance. I think the instructors be trying to please the students. That's why they be doing that like that.
Exactly. And so then again, this is why we need to have some type of standard of instructors meeting so that we can get across and let them know, listen, teach the standard of this dance. Stop teaching like you dance, unless you got advanced classes or whatever. But you teach the standard of this dance.
The first 30 minutes of every class. Right. Even if you ain't gonna teach it, even if you're gonna teach some advanced move, every class teach first the foundation. Every class teach the foundation and then move into whatever you want to teach. But go through the foundation, the moves, and then go to, okay, well, we're gonna put these, because it really, the moves are just two moves put together or whatever it is. We're gonna come out with a what you call that, choreography. But every time we're gonna teach the basic. I like that because Darren, when he just taught two-step the other day, that's what he did. He taught the basic. Mm-hmm. And even if y'all advanced students in there and y'all want to learn advanced, we're going to always go through the basic to make sure you know the basic. Because a lot of people who consider themselves to be advanced do not know the basics. Right. They do not know the foundation of the dance. You know what I'm saying? But they think they're an advanced dancer, but they don't even shift their weight. You know what I'm saying? They think they're an advanced dancer, but they don't understand the rhythm of the music. You know what I'm saying? And all that stuff is basics. They think they an advanced dancer, but they don't even really know the real. They don't just know the dance, but they think they're an advanced dancer. So every time teach all through the basics, which usually like Chicago is like 11 moves. Teach the basics, and then move for the 30 minutes, and then move into whatever choreography you teach it. But the students be mad in there. They be feeling like what I already know this, so I'm not being challenged. That's why instructors be doing that. But
Right.
you don't know the basics.
Because now, because when you look at the dance floor, you look and you be like, everybody's doing something different, right? It don't look like, but we can go to old school, older, original swing out, and you see everybody doing the same thing. And so this is the, I guess, like I say, when you look at the dance floor, the woman is doing something different than the man. This group is doing something different than this group. And this is supposed to be a swing out event, but you're looking at it and it's looking like sweeping and
Well, that's because if you dance with a stepper, because steppers are moving slower, because when you stepping is a very what's the word when you're the owner of something, when you're the top, like it's hard to move away from that, slowing down that stepping that you do when you're stepping, because when you're stepping, you're constantly learning to slow down. And so then when you move into swing out and you are going, keeping that flow, and when the stepper comes to swing out, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be sweeping because they have been used to keeping the foundation of stepping is very solid. That's what I mean. It's very strong. So when you go swinging out and stepping are two of the hardest dances to do. What makes it easier for me now is because Herman does a lot of swing, so I do a whole lot of swing, and then I do a whole lot of stepping. So now it's got easier for me. But usually when they grab me, I'll be sweeping because I am slow, because stepping is so, if you step, it's going to make sure that you really step. You're going to really, you got to stay in that, you're going to stay in that structure. It's hard to come out of that stepping structure. It really is, especially when you start swinging. So a lot of people keep sweeping. You know what I'm saying? Because of that reason.
Let me tell you what happened in this dance, and I think Herman, if you get a chance, you can read some of your comments as well, because I told you, that the most important people are those on
Right. Yeah, let me go ahead and do that right now. So K9 is saying half of the women know how to do the basic start off. No, twin. A man has to know how to lead a woman. That is correct. So he may be speaking of like the different dance styles.
They really do.
So we do have, like when I start dancing, somebody else say we're gonna step. So we have a different start off in step. And if I'm gonna say we're going West Coast, we have a different start off in West Coast. If we're gonna use some two step, we have a different start off when we use some two step. Swing out, we have a different start out and swing out. So I have to know what dance I'm about to take her into, because a right side turn in stepping is it would be an outside turn in swing out, but swing out does not have an outside turn. It would be a reverse, and the footing is different. I don't know how they turn on a right side turn than a reverse. They go the same way. But the count, it's a little bit different. So I'm gonna put a stop sign up at 3 and 4 and send her back on 4. And stepping on 1, I'm gonna send her on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, bringing her down, and 7, 8, we're resetting. So it would be
a woman gotta know. Both of them gotta know.
Because we do lead, and we do lead the dance. So it is a little different. So because we study dance, she studied dance, she put me through extreme step. At one point I was
the man gotta know it, because like if I dance with somebody to swing out because I'm a stepper, I'm not even gonna know what to do, because I need them to give me the timing, because I don't really know the swing out timing. I can swing out, but I'm not good at the upbeat or whatever you call it. I need them to start me, and then I can go, but I need them to start me correctly.
In our last competition, I won the competition. She came in second place, and the person she would dance with is more of a two-stepper. So when he was not like a proficient swing out person, he can swing out. He was a good swing out person, But
You know,
he's
we
more
can't just say that about him because he feel like he is, but I feel like he started off two-stepping a little bit.
right. So when you get to dances, and that's up to the lead to start off, because every time I start off, because if I start off, we're gonna swing out and I start off in the stepping, I always got to reset to get on the stepping beat. Twin also said, oh no, hold on, this is Mark. He said women don't always have to take their steps in stepping as well.
Right, you don't have to always. But I was just saying, but men surely don't have to. But that's true. Like a woman don't have to take every step. She has to understand foundation of the dance, and she has to understand what her feet is supposed to be at. But she don't always have to take all her steps. That's true.
And then
but she do have to keep that foundation of the dance though.
K9 last comment was facts, and it's terrible for the experienced dancers.
It really is. For either one not to go to class, the lead or the follower, not to be going to class when you're an experienced dancer and when people have been watching you dance for 5 to 10 years and you still don't know the basics of the dance, that's very annoying. I'm just saying, that's like, what are you doing?
So yeah, so I mean, but so it is like now the woman does keep the timing in the dances. The woman keeps the timing. That is correct. Now sometimes I have to keep the timing. If I'm dancing with like a newer person, I will keep the timing. What is this?
I say both people keep the timing. They say the women keep the timing, but I still say the lead and the follower kind of still keep the timing.
All right. What is this tonight?
It's just that you don't own a woman's feet.
Okay. I'll go ahead and shout that out live.
But it's just that you don't own a woman's feet. So a man can't tell a woman how fast to move. But I feel like they both still keep the count because when a woman finished, then you're gonna know, okay, well, I'm gonna give her, say like if you were stepping 1, 2, 3, you see her finish, and then you're gonna give her 4, 5, 6. You still keeping the count too, in my opinion, but the woman do keep it, but you still keeping it too because you're paying attention to the woman. Now some men ain't even gonna let the woman finish. They gonna keep the whole count because they gonna go ahead and push the woman back, even though she ain't finished her.
All right, so in the DFW area tonight, if you step or a swing out, they got 2 parties under one roof. I think it's gonna be a great event. We won't be there, but we're in Houston. So Sunday, come to Club Legacy. Legacy Bar and Venue starts at 6 p.m. until little around 11ish, 10:30 or somewhere around there. We're gonna shut down.
So don't come at 11 like a lot of people came last time. A lot of people we left the club. There was a lot of people coming.
Yeah, so we're gonna end around 10:30, 11ish. Now, Wednesday we're gonna have that Sunday we're also having a all dance styles competition. So just come dance and have fun.
Right. Put your name in there and cash prizes.
Cash prizes. And Wednesday we're gonna have stepping practice, led by Dr. Butterfly, and we're gonna have a footwork contest on the get down. And last but not least, our party in the VFW area, in Fort Worth, VFW Post 8911. We're gonna have a video shoot. Mansfield Highway. We're gonna have a video shoot, and we're also gonna have a tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And food in both the events.
Oh yeah, we have free food at both events.
And alcohol in VFW, we have free alcohol, free food, $10 to get in.
In Houston, we don't have free alcohol because that's a bar.
Right.
But we would like you to visit the bar, and even if you don't buy liquor, buy a soda or something, because we have to support these bars. We can't just be in the bar and not supporting the bar.
Right.
Or they don't want us in there if we ain't supporting the bar. That's why they let us come and have parties there. It's because they want that bar to stay busy.
Correct. Yep.
So y'all need to visit the bars.
Come visit the bar. All right, Twin, any last words for you, brother?
Angle Twin.
Devin says hello to you, Twin.
Any last words? Because I'm about to get in here while I finish watching Power.
And then we get ready for our competition. Good enough to dance for competition.
Oh yeah, we're trying to compete in LA next month. We're going to compete the Friday the 13th in Los Angeles.
Oh, you heard me.
Yes, we will be competing.
And
swing out and stepping.
And I will have her on next week.
The ladies.
Tell everybody about the competition.
All right. Yes, of course. Antonio Twin Harris, half of the Zerox Twins. Make sure that you like, share, and follow all the Zerox Twins social media. There's Zerox start with a Z and ends with a Z. Not only that, we have a show as well, the best live ever on Wednesday nights, 8ish. On Wednesday nights, we talk about, we have resources, we have your philosophers, we have your business owners and whatever. We have it's a multifaceted show where we love, we learn, and we have to live our best lives together. And this is why we have different type of people, from nurses to politicians and artists on our show, because we want a big round of life itself, and so that we can learn one another and what have you. Again, I'm also a politician, or Twin and I are very much integrated into the communities and what have you, dealing with the systems and trying to change, do away with them altogether. And that's all systems, for they are against us. But again, I'm Antonio Twin Harris, also on Facebook as well. Make sure that you're going to follow me. One of the things we always ask, hey, we share who we are. And all we want you to do is share who we are as well. And so, go and follow me. We are trying to get our social media numbers up and reach as many people as we possibly can. We got a lot for any and everybody. We talking about from the babies to the seniors, because we have a universal range of wealth, knowledge, and what have you that we're trying to give you guys. So again, big up the Red Bull. Of course, I'm Blue Bull. Half of the Zerox Twins. Again, we go live for the
Give us a credit in the show. Oh, you gonna do that on purpose?
I got it.
Okay.
Now, Twin, man, it's not enough time. Boy, you can talk forever. It is never enough time. We're gonna have to reschedule it. We're gonna have to talk about love life after 50 later on. So, all right, my man. Hey, well, thank God for everything that you do for us. Please continue to let us move on straight and give us everything we need. Hey, man, love y'all. Love you, Twin, my dude. See y'all soon. Peace out.
Peace out, y'all.